One of the greatest strategies in Battletech is when you're using cold shot and melee attacks to take on your opponents. As you can see here, melee attacks can be pretty brutal, especially when you load a lot of small sized weapons like small lasers or MG machine guns on your battle mech, which can do devastating damage. So when you do cold shot, you can choose which part of the body you want to target on a mech, and you can also check out the health and hit points of that specific body part and the percentage you have to hit that. A cold shot can severely disable the mech. If you take out one leg, the mech instantly falls. If you take out both legs, that's it, the fight's over. And you actually find more parts to salvage at the end of combat if you destroy less parts of the mech overall in that effort to take down the opposing pilot. So, one thing you want to do in combat is also look at where you're going to move and see what percentages it is to hit your target at that location for the various weapons. Look at the various points on the map. Use your strategy to determine whether or not it's better to move, or use your jump jets. If you have a lot of jump jets, the more jump jets you have, the further your mech can move with the jump jets, and it gives you more mobility on the map. Plus, jump jets give you more dodge, basically evasion points, so that way you're harder to hit from the enemy who turns fire on their side. You can just see how devastated SRMs are. My preference is short-range missiles and just bombarding the enemy with short-range missiles, because when you use targeting, you go for the torso, you go for the legs, short-range missiles can just be devastating. Now, LRMs take a lot more weight on a mech, and you can hit a mech from very far away, but you often have to pair it up with another mech that's close by that does sensor lock, so that way your long-range mech can hit them from a distance. I tend to prefer SRMs myself overall versus LRMs. You can just see how much damage that machine gun did. So here I'm going to go up and I'm going to melee attack this mech that's already heavily damaged. Again, melee attacks are good because they generate no heat, so your mech can cool down while you do melee attacks. You can often rip off their armor with a single shot, and then when you do melee attacks, your small weapons fire, and they just finish the job and do a ton of damage after you strip off their armor with a melee attack. I really like using melee attacks, even better than Death from Above. In Death from Above, use your jump jets to slam on the enemy, which do a massive amount of damage, but they often damage your own legs heavily in the process, and sometimes your own mech can lose legs or even be destroyed if you do Death from Above too often, and you get unlucky. You know, you can even miss the opponent and damage your own mech severely. When a mech's down, again, just melee attack it and your mech kind of stomps on it, and then often you can break its central torso instantly.